Former President Jacob Gedleyihlekisa Zuma has been admitted to an external hospital for medical observation. Correctional Services said this is routine. Zuma is currently serving a 15-month jail sentence at the Escort prison in KwaZulu-Natal. He was found guilty of contempt of court. The 79-year-old is due to appear in person in court next week, Tuesday, when his corruption trial is set to resume in the Pietermaritzburg High Court. He's facing several charges related to the arms deal of 1999. My colleague, the eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge, is in Durban at eThekwini and is joining us now at this hour. Siphamandla, good afternoon and welcome to the Midday View on eNCA. Yeah, well, there's the news that Msholozi is in a hospital outside prison. What's the latest you can tell us about that?
That's why we have traveled outside of Durban. We are on the south coast of Durban, near Umkababa, where we are tracking authorities from the Department of Correctional Services. But it's been confirmed by the department that the former president has been taken out of a Escort facility. He has been sent to a hospital which is outside the facility. Of course, it's common cause that he is 79 years old. His ill health has been a matter of public record, over the past couple of years. Remember that when he was due to appear at the High Court of South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal Division, sitting in Pietermaritzburg, I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, he had to travel outside of South Africa to Cuba to seek medical attention there. Of course, at that time, he was represented by Daniel Mancha. And that matter, when Daniel Mancha was asked to produce a medical certificate, it became a huge issue to such an extent that Judge Dayapile, if I'm not mistaken, had to issue out a warrant of arrest, which was stayed. Of course, it was never executed. But the former president is out of the prison for now. He has been taken to a hospital. That's why we are joined by Mr. Singabakho Nxumalo, who speaks for the Department of Correctional Services. Baba, thank you very much for your time. Where is the former president? Is he in KwaZulu-Natal or outside of the province? Where have you taken him to?
A very good afternoon, and we truly appreciate the opportunity. We can confirm that the former president, Mr. Zuma, had to be taken out of our facility in order to receive medical attention in a fully fledged hospital. And that's a decision that was taken by medical healthcare experts, and we needed to respect that. So he's not in our facility. Unfortunately, we cannot disclose the province or the name of the hospital where he's in, but what you can state is that he is not in our facility, at least for now.
I know you are not a doctor and your department is not at liberty to disclose this, but how is he doing? Of course, we understand that he's been taken to a hospital. How is his condition? How serious is it?
A man of that age, and as you've stated that with a medical history, some of it known publicly, he has been receiving visits from healthcare experts, but this time around they felt that he needed to be taken in for hospitalization, and it's something that we needed to respect as a department. Hence, we needed to facilitate that indeed he be transported at the hospital that they put forward. But then on our side, we must also then deploy our officials in terms of security, because he needs to be protected at all times up until such time that they feel that he is ready to be discharged, so that he can then be transported back to our care.
You mentioned here the issue of your officials. On Tuesday, he was due back at the Pietermaritzburg High Court. In terms of your planning, you are the ones who are supposed to transport him to the Pietermaritzburg High Court. Do your plans still stand as we speak? For now, of course, we do not know when he will be discharged.
A security plan has to be in place, and will be guided by the developments up until on the day. So if the medical team feels that he is ready to go to Pietermaritzburg, he'll be taken to Pietermaritzburg. But if they feel that he's not in a state to travel and also to be in court, we'll just have to honor that. I then assume that necessary processes will have to be then followed in terms of informing the court. But for now, I do not want to preempt on what is likely to happen on Tuesday. We are all guided by what medical experts tells us.
Was your facility not capable to deal with the former president, hence he had to be taken out of the facility? And also, when was he moved? Was it yesterday night or this morning?
We have hospitals within our centers, but they may not have all the equipment, sophisticated ones, and other instruments that may be required. Hence, then, all 243 centers in the country have working relations with hospitals outside, so that should there be a need that an inmate must be taken to an outside facility, either for tertiary care or perhaps where you need a group of experts to work on that particular inmate, that is afforded, because the Constitution is very clear that all inmates must be afforded proper health care.
Baba, thank you very much for time. That is Singabakho Nxumalo. He speaks for the Department of Correctional Services, basically confirming that the former president has been taken out of a Scott facility to a hospital which is outside of the facility itself. So that now raises questions about what will happen on Tuesday when the former president is due back in court, but we'll have to wait and see in terms of the developments in that regard.
Okay, thank you very much. This is Siphamandla Goge there, just trying to get the latest for us about what's happening with the former president having been hospitalized outside of prison.